What up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Jay, and welcome to another episode of Coach's Corner. Here on Coach's Corner, I look at things from the perspective of a coach, and I give my take on certain issues. Today, we're going to be talking about hard gainers, calories, and gaining weight. So, let's get right into it. What's a hard gainer? So, we hear the term hard gainer often, especially when it comes to gaining weight. A hard gainer is generally defined as someone who has a lot of difficulty adding weight and adding size to their frame. They tend to be that friend who's like, no matter what, I can't gain weight. This statement is usually followed by, I eat so much, but nothing happens. Usually their frame is ectomorphic in nature, a frame that's thin, or at least on the thinner side. People be like, I can't gain weight. But is there really such thing as a hard gainer? Maybe. Maybe not. Most likely not. Most hard gainers that I know have one thing in common, or rather, a few things in common. Really fast metabolism. They're thin, or on the thinner side. They move around a lot. But when you really analyze why I think they aren't gaining weight, they don't eat enough of the calories that they're burning. They're eating a lot of empty calories or junk food, simple sugars, lots of them. But realize simple sugars burn off quickly, so they're constantly eating. It's the illusion of eating a lot. Most hard gamers waste their time in eating basically on bullshit fake foods, candies, fast foods, sugary juices, and processed foods. These low-quality foods also create a negative insulinogenic response that hurts the body. A lot of hard gainers have a diet with not enough protein, not enough complex carbs, not enough healthy fats. Then they need to stay hydrated and have their electrolytes in balance. But that's kind of another talk for a different day. Now, this isn't to say that this is all hard gainers, but a lot of them do exhibit these qualities. But do hard gainers really eat that much? Because when you change their foods and you start to give them real food, a lot of hard gainers struggle to eat a lot, because when you eat caloric dense healthy foods, it's a lot harder to get those calories in and consume the calories that you need. So are there hard gainers truly? Are they not eating enough or eating the right things? It ultimately comes down to calories. Calories. Calories determine weight. If you eat a surplus of calories, you gain weight. If you eat in a caloric deficit, you lose weight. I'm not talking eating a certain way to look or perform a certain way. I'm simply talking about gaining weight or losing weight. 1 + 1 will always equal 2. So unless you're Terrence Howard, you can't defy the math. Think of your diet as your bank account for your body. If you put in more than you spend, then you have more. If you spend more than you save, well, your bank account dwindles. So no matter what it boils down to, it's your caloric intake. See what I did there? Boils down. It boils down to calories. If you're trying to lose or gain, it's all based on calories. Want to gain? Eat a surplus of calories. Want to lose? Eat a caloric deficit. But you still need to do specific things with those calories. Now, how you look and feel when losing or gaining, now that's based on macros and how you structure those macros in your plan. Proteins, carbs, fats, but you still have to make smart choices. Lean proteins over fatty meats, complex carbs over simple sugars, omega-3s and healthy fats over trans fats. Without getting too deep into food quality, I think the key for hard gainers is simply for them to get the calories in. What to do to gain weight. So here's a few tips and ways to gain weight if you're serious. This is a gradual process and it will take time, but it will work. Number 1, figure out how much you're eating, figure out how many meals and how much food. You'll never know what to improve if you don't know where you are. Number 2, forget about the advice to eat everything in sight. Once you figure out how much you're eating, add one more meal to that. You're going to do that for 2 weeks. Then after 2 weeks, you'll add another meal. You're going to do this till you hit 5 or 6 meals a day for females or 6 to 7 meals a day for males. Number 3, eat real food. We want to get bigger, but we also want to keep the fat gain to a minimal. The more shit you put in the body, the more shit you'll look like. You want lean proteins, complex carbs, and healthy fats. Once a week, you can treat yourself by eating one meal of whatever you want and however much of it you want, but only once a week. Like most people try to be disciplined with their dieting, the same should apply with you gaining weight. Number 4, structure your macros. I'm not going to get into super in depth with how to structure your macros, but if you want more detailed info or a program, you can hit me up and we can figure out what works for you. Here's a basic guide of what you can do though. Every meal, make sure you're eating complex carbs at every one of your meals. Eat some protein at every one of your meals. The two things I often find is hard gainers don't eat enough complex carbs and proteins. Have some healthy fats every other meal. What would be some good food choices? Complex carbs: rice, white, brown, wild, multigrain, farro, quinoa, couscous, oatmeal, sweet potatoes, and all sorts of multigrains. Proteins: lean meats, chicken, turkey, leaner cuts of steak, ground beef, pork, and fishes. Healthy fats: omega-3s, avocado, chia seeds, nuts, nut butters, some cheeses, and some butters. Number 5, drink more water and stay hydrated. Your body is made up mostly of water, and water helps with digestion and hydration. Plus, more water will cut down on the desire for sugary drinks, which is a no-no when trying to gain quality weight. Like I said, this is just a general rundown of things to do to gain some quality weight. If you want something more in depth, you can always hit me up. If you like what you saw today, be sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. This is your boy, Coach Jayru, and thanks for watching Coach's Corner. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.